Oh, oh goodness. Judge Dennis Prater, always good for a laugh, in his out and about section on the back of the front page of the Sagersville Independent. That's almost worth the 50 cents you pay for the newspaper. A lot of other great things and important things you need to see. Front page, a complete breakdown on back to school for McGoffin County students. That's an important read for everyone in the community, as well as some other great things, entertaining things. Let me show this off. Check that out. You need to make that a must read as well. A young 13-year-old man, lucky enough to be drawn for the 2020 Youth Elk Tag. No small feat. He did well. A lot of other great news and information. And our Throwback Thursday page takes us back to an original print of the Sagersville Independent in 1961. Brought to you, of course, by our local attorney, Grover Arnott, just across the way there. They're there each and every week. In sports, we've got sports to talk about now. And almost as exciting as the McGoffin County and Martin County game on the gridiron last Friday night as being there is the write-up in this week's paper and how the Hornets are set to host the reigning state champions of Belfry tomorrow night. And a lot of other great sports in there. Just must read all the way through. I hope you get a copy as soon as possible. And a reminder, you can still see the entire paper online for free throughout the pandemic for as long as we can in full high resolution. That is not just the stories, but I mean each and every square inch of the Sagersville Independent. Go to our website, which is still having some complications. I'm going to have a big announcement there coming hopefully sooner than later, but you can also find the link on our social media pages of the Sagersville Independent as well. Headlines tonight here on Your News Today. Some recent developments in our COVID update locally here tonight. Some stern words from the mayor after he fined two Sagersville businesses earlier today, contemplating pulling the business license of one. He'll tell us about that. He will tell us about a local woman hospitalized, what details he can, and how that relates to the passing of a Johnson County woman from COVID-19 yesterday, and 2 new cases to report as well. Some remarks and data from the governor, and just in, some information to pass along to you about where polling locations will be, how and where you'll be able to vote in the November election. I have some details just in from the clerk's office, and I'll get to all that in just a few seconds. It's one of the most popular and most famous things we've ever done at your Sagersville Lee's. Well, except for our chicken and our biscuits and our wedges and our ice and our hot dogs, and you know what I mean. The $5 coupon is back in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent. That's $5 off family specials. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken, any way you like it, with mashed potatoes and gravy, coleslaw, and biscuits, enough to feed the fam and more. $5 off. Clip the coupon. They'll even give it to you for free in a free newspaper at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe. $5 off is back. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785.
Hello, Bob Hutchison here for Hutch Jeep, and we're having our back-to-school sales event. Buy any pre-owned vehicle and you'll receive a $250 gift card, or when you buy a new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram, you can get a $500 gift card for back-to-school shopping. Right now, you can take advantage of Hutch employee pricing on every pre-owned vehicle. And remember, the Hutch Guarantee.
Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you. Go with All Pro, and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters, too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. Let's begin with some election notes this evening. I did speak with earlier this afternoon Magoffin County Court Clerk Renee Arnott Shepard. We'll have some more later, but some preliminary information right now in regards to the upcoming general election. Her plan has been approved by the state, she tells me. She tells me of a number of voting locations. This will be a completely different election in regards to how you vote, where you vote, of course. These super centers, as they are called, are going to be located throughout the county. There are also some ways you can get in and get out more quickly, and there is, of course, some dates to remember as well. Shepard confirmed to me today that her office has been approved for a total of 5 polling locations in Magoffin County to be at the Magoffin County High School, North Magoffin Elementary, South Magoffin Elementary, the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center in downtown, and the Magoffin County Courthouse. And it is very important to note that these are considered super centers, says Shepard, which means that anyone in Magoffin can vote at any one of these locations. It's not per your precinct. Just go to any of those locations, and to most easily be able to cast your ballot, have your driver's license with you. Once you are there, they can simply scan your driver's license and know exactly where your vote is to be counted in your respective precinct in Magoffin County for any local races that might be on the ballot. They can, of course, as well look you up once you get there, but scanning your driver's license is the quickest and easiest way to get in to vote. Shepard also said to remind everyone that early voting at the courthouse will be October the 13th through November the 2nd, that's Monday through Saturday, and that you can still request a paper absentee ballot until October the 9th at govoteky.gov, and that if you have any questions at any time up until the election, to call her office at 349-2216. I also have with me some sample ballots, and we'll be taking a look at those in the coming days. Your local and state COVID update in just a few seconds. While that is rendering, let's go on over to tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. I think there's still time. If you call early tomorrow, you can make an appointment to make a donation. The Lloyd M. Hall Community Center is the location for the next Magoffin County Community Blood Drive tomorrow, 1 till 5, 1-800-775-2522. We've been setting records with blood donations now consecutively for months in Magoffin County. Please help them do it again. And get your flu shots at the health department Mondays through Fridays. Call for any information, 349-6212. Call me, fax, email, Facebook, drop it in the mail at P.O. Box 1443. Any way you can get your calendar announcements on to me, I will put them on the program, birthdays and anniversaries too. And if you would like those in the Sagersville Independent, birthdays, anniversaries, birth announcements, and the like, email them to Joe, J-O, at SagersvilleIndependent.com. Nightly obituary is provided by the Magoffin County Funeral Home and includes services to be held tomorrow at 1 for John Harris, Jonathan John Harris, 58 of Sagersville, who passed away Monday. The son of the late Doc Harris and Alma Owens Pulliam, who survives. He's as well survived by his wife Eileen and daughters Tasha Harris and Savannah Harris and Gina Holloway and Lindsay Perkins and Stevie Kahn, as well as brothers Ricky Harris and Dwayne Harris, sister Paula McCarty, and 6 grandkids. Graveside service is held tomorrow at 1, visitation until 9 o'clock this evening and prior to tomorrow's graveside services. 84-year-old Florette Nadine Burke of Oil Springs passed away this week, the daughter of the late L.B. Burke and Cora Cook Burke. She survived by a number of nieces and nephews, and services in her honor will be held this Saturday at noon at the Magoffin County Funeral Home, with visitation to begin at 10 o'clock that morning. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. It's hard to describe the t-shirt lines and looks in right now at the seasonal shop, but I'm going to try. 2 of them are made right here in KY, Ridge and Holler, because, in Kentucky, you're always in one or the other, and both are always beautiful. Just check these designs out. The other is Yonder, and it's made in Pikeville, and it's just as cool and creative and all Kentucky. Definitely something there to appeal to everyone. And the ever-popular Turn Row brand, also at the seasonal shop for all fans of anything farming. And you can come into the shop and experience the magic of perfectly chilled drinks. For regular and slim cans, regular or even wine bottles, cups, and more. It's the Cadillac of koozies by Brewmate. All colors and styles in stock right now at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Hello, Bob Hutchison here for Hutch Jeep, and we're having our back-to-school sales event. Buy any pre-owned vehicle and you'll receive a $250 gift card, or when you buy a new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram, you can get a $500 gift card for back-to-school shopping. Right now, save up to $14,000 on new Ram trucks, and there's several to choose from. And remember, the Hutch Guarantee.
Go to Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire. Let's go to your state COVID update first. Local information in just a few moments. The governor of Kentucky quickly going to today's numbers, which have become average now as of late, but a terribly high number of deaths were also announced today in the double digits.
745 new cases of COVID-19. 107 of those are kids 18 and under. Again, it seems like we are seeing a larger and larger and larger portion of positive cases being our young people. It brings our total number of cases to 64,158. Number of tests, we're now over 1.3 million, 1,301,407. Currently have 543 Kentuckians hospitalized, 122 in the ICU, 71 on a ventilator. New cases by county, 124 in Jefferson, 86 in Fayette, 58 in Christian, 39 in Warren, 28 in Barron, 23 in Franklin, 23 in Laurel, 18 in Hardin, 16 in Madison, 11 in Bullitt, 11 in Kenton, 10 in Davis, Pulaski, and Woodford. The rest are on the website. Toughest part of today's report, 13 new deaths. These are 13 individuals whose families will be mourning them. It's a hard number for any given day, 13 individuals. And not on here is a friend of mine from Northern Kentucky that I just learned about an hour and a half ago had passed away after a multi-month battle with COVID-19.
Of the 13 deaths reported today, ages ranged from 62 to 97, and they did not include Johnson County's second death, which was reported yesterday. That second death related to a positive case in McGoffin County today. I'll have that in just a few seconds. Kentucky's death toll right now at 1,137. The governor also said that he had spoke directly to one and to the family of the other of the two Louisville Metro Police officers who were shot last night during protests and riots after the Breonna Taylor decision yesterday, condemning last night's violence. Stern words today from our Public Health Director, Mayor Pete Shepard, after what he says has been months of repeatedly warning the same Sagersville businesses over and over for failing to comply with state COVID-19 mandates. He says fines have now followed warnings, fines that he says, in his words, were made fun of today by businesses, leaving him considering pulling at least one business license. He also gives us some details about the hospitalization of a local woman and how that relates to the death of a Johnson County woman, as well as 2 new cases to be reported today.
One was the 28-year-old male. He had went to to be tested before having a procedure in the hospital and tested positive. I really don't know where he contacted it, and he's had limited contact, and that's good. The second case is a medical setting at Paul B. Hall. We have an individual that tested positive. Most individuals that have been in contact with him have tested negative, but they will be quarantined, and I think that was just a safety issue. The basketball at McGoffin County basketball team has been, their practice has been canceled till Monday, and it does involve maybe a teacher at the high school, but everything's been negative on that front, so that's good.
You and I spoke a few moments ago. We have one hospitalized, and I was kind of quite taken back by how that person came to be hospitalized.
Yes, Johnson County had a death yesterday, and the lady that tested positive and is in the hospital today is from McGoffin County, had been sitting with that lady. She took care of her, I think, maybe during the day or maybe at 25. I don't really know all the particulars, but she did help take care of that lady, and now she has contacted the virus and is hospitalized at Pikeville.
Last question. You have you spoke quite candidly about complaints with businesses. I know that you issued some warnings, and we're talking over the course of the pandemic, which goes back to early in the year. But you said earlier that you'd actually issued citations today.
Yeah, I didn't really want to, but I've had so many complaints, and I've witnessed it myself. I went out and took pictures. It's just some of the businesses are just blatantly not following the rules or not want to help enforce them. I know a lot of people don't want to wear a mask, and they won't go in, but most of the businesses are trying. These businesses that I cited before and have fined today are not even trying and just kind of make fun of it. So today we sent a fine to VIP on the Parkway, and we also sent a $50 fine to Quick Mark BP on the Parkway. We sent a warning to Speedy Z Shell, the new Shell Mart open. We'll give them a warning. The BP was warned for not trying to comply with having people come in, the customers wearing masks. VIP was cited for employees not wearing masks and also not trying to comply with forcing or asking people to wear a mask to come to business. And Speedy Z was also warned in the first warning about not wearing masks and not trying to help enforce patrons that come into the business to wearing masks.
I want to ask, what kind of response did you get from any or all of those?
Laughed at us.
Sorry?
Made fun of it, made fun of us. Said we can't do nothing. We don't have no power. We got football. We got school starting up, and a lot of kids and stuff, and people's going to be going in these stores. And I just don't see how they can just disregard the health of all individuals in McGoffin County and just make fun of it. I know these two businesses are owned by individuals from Pike County. They're not from McGoffin County. I don't know how their feelings are about it, but evidently they don't really care. They probably care more about the dollar than they do about our health, in my opinion.
What will be the next step if they continue?
I want to find them again. There's other areas as mayor with VIP being in the city limits, under the state of emergency we're in, I'm looking at maybe revoking their business license and just closing them down. I mean, if they can try. If they try, I've been over backwards with a lot of the businesses. A lot of you can't keep everybody out, but man, these guys are it's just wide open, and it's not right for the people, the businesses that do comply and are trying, for businesses that don't try and don't comply, especially in the state that we're in right now. We're looking at probably if we spike again, they'll be closing businesses down again. But we're good, and now with school starting, I'm just worried that this could explode into something more severe, and we need to get all avenues closed as far as having contact with people with no mask on. I would say out of the 91 positive cases we've had, at least 65 are related to people not wearing a mask. So you can look at that and say we could have had maybe 25 or 30 people positive. But these people don't wear a mask, and I know a lot of them are very adamant about not wearing them. They're not going to wear them. But as long as the health department is, and my job is to protect all the people in McGoffin County with their health, I will try to force them or ask them. I've been nice. I don't know what my avenues are. I've thought all afternoon. I kind of got mad, and then I kind of said, well, we'll try to do other things, and there's other means that I can go by, and if they try to work with me a little bit, I wouldn't be so hard on them. But man, these guys are just they're just not going to help. They're just not going to help us out. So the health department and the mayor's office will take every action I can to make them obey by the mandate of the governor of Kentucky.
I do not have Johnson County's numbers for today. Those come out later on in the evenings. But as of yesterday, Johnson County added one new case to bring their county total to 149, with 7 of those cases still active, 1 hospitalized. And it was yesterday that they announced their second death, as the mayor referred to a few moments ago. That was in an 84-year-old woman from Johnson County who passed away after a long battle with COVID-19. So schools set to start here in McGoffin County and in many schools across the state on Monday. Tentatively, numbers change every day, and now it's going to be a weekly assessment, and that map that the governor's office spoke of some days ago, color-coded, which will indicate how counties are doing individually. Different colors from green to red, yellow and orange in the middle. That map to be updated, to be first issued this evening and then updated every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. And of course, the information comprised in that map will come from schools and of course parents and families who submit that information, so that counties can get as close to accurate assessment of their current situation with COVID-19 cases in the school system. And anything in the red will mean no more in-person classes. Everything else will be up to the decision of local school districts. And in fact, those numbers, which will come out on Thursday, came out today, with Pike County having 31 new cases, as I understand, just for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. They thought they may be in the red, which may have put them out of the contention, so to speak, or out of possibility of traveling to McGoffin County tomorrow night for the Belfry game, and are actually our grade school teams here in McGoffin County are set to go to Pikeville tonight. That game is still ongoing, as the numbers did not put them into or over that threshold, but that threshold is something that will be monitored each and every week going further from here for our schools and have a bearing on in-class learning. We'll keep you up to date on that. And I will lastly get you up to date on your weather forecast, where we're still talking about some much cooler air around this time next week. But after a decent weekend. Indeed, right at 80 degrees Saturday and Sunday with some sun. Some clouds to part before we get there. And shower chances tonight, a 40% chance thereof, and that's later on after the 9 o'clock hour. So keep that in mind. Cloudy skies and 57 as well for the rest of your Thursday. And with this front, we'll see only about 71 tomorrow. Still mostly cloudy skies and a continued chance of showers, mainly before 2 o'clock tomorrow night, a 30% chance. So I think midday or a little thereafter will start to dry up, start to clear up as well. And for Friday night football, 58 and partly cloudy. Should be about the temperature that you'll come home from. We'll still be in the low 60s, I think, during kickoff, but dry conditions for your Friday night. Now, for the good news, Saturday, close to 80, mostly sunny, mostly clear, no rain, start to finish, perfect. Sunday almost. We have 80 degrees again. We have mostly sunny skies. We have a 10% chance of showers in the latter afternoon, early evening after 5 or so, and a 40% chance of some showers, thunderstorms, 10 or 11 or so, and throughout much of the overnight. So a mostly sunny and 80-degree day for your Sunday. So a beautiful weekend in store. Now, this is starting to show some of that Arctic air that's going to plummet from the Arctic down into much of the eastern half of the United States and Kentucky late next week. We're going to see partly sunny skies pretty much all of next week. Monday, 71 and a 40% chance of showers, lows in the low 50s. Tuesday, still around 70, partly sunny and a 40% chance of showers. Then temperatures go back down, or go on down to 63 Wednesday, 62 Thursday. Could be colder still. An updated forecast tomorrow and certainly on Monday for that time next week could prove interesting. We'll have to wait and see. That's going to do it for this evening. I will have a sit-down via the internet, Montgomery County School Superintendent Scott Helton tomorrow to get the very last of any information that we need to relay to parents and families out there before school starts. So be sure and tune in for that. And I've also got a couple of other big stories that I'm working on that I hope to have ready for you before the weekend. See how that turns out on tomorrow's program. Get an edition of the Sackersville Independent digitally or physically if you can. And I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.